Your brain negotiates with you every single night. Don't do it today. Start tomorrow. Just rest today. What's one missed day at the gym? And for years, it kept winning. 6 weeks ago, at 11:47 p.m., my phone was lighting up my face while my brain was building its case again. I'll start the gym tomorrow. The same thing I'd told myself 6 times before, but this time, I snapped a rubber band against my wrist. And for the first time in months, I actually got up. There's a real psychological reason that worked when nothing else did. For years, I kept every promise I made to other people. I never missed a shift. I never missed a deadline. Promises to myself, I couldn't make it past Tuesday. And here's the part. Nobody tells you breaking a promise to yourself doesn't feel like failure. It feels like relief. I've set an alarm for 5 a.m., watched my own hand turn it off, and felt my body relax like I'd just gotten away with something. If that's you too, you're not weak. You're running on a system nobody explained to you. Here's what I finally figured out. Your brain doesn't track what you want to do. It tracks what you actually do. Think of it like a score. Every time you keep a promise to yourself, the score goes up. Every time you break one, it goes down. Skip the gym once, small drop. Skip it again that same week, another drop. And eventually, your brain starts expecting you to quit before you even make the decision. That's why the next promise becomes harder to keep. Not because you suddenly became lazy, because your own brain has less evidence that you'll follow through. Discipline isn't a personality trait. It's a score you've been quietly building or draining through your actions. So the goal isn't try harder. The goal is to change the score one moment at a time. Here's exactly what I do. The second I catch my brain building its case, I snap a rubber band on my wrist, not hard enough to hurt, just enough to feel it. My brain is a genius at 11 p.m. and a stranger at 6 a.m. It never shows up to defend itself in the morning. That small sensation interrupts the automatic loop and gives me a half second where I'm choosing instead of reacting. Then, I don't think. I stand up, I put on my shoes before my brain rebuilds its case, because thinking is where the excuse comes back. Speed is what protects the gap you just created. It works the same way for you. The second the excuse forms, snap it and move before you think. Your brain naturally looks for the easiest option. That's why the excuse wins when you sit there and negotiate with it. The rubber band isn't magic. The point is the interruption. It gives you a physical cue to break the pattern for a moment, and then you immediately follow it with action. You're not trying to win an argument with your brain. You're refusing to have the argument in the first place. I didn't need a new personality to become disciplined. I needed to give my brain new evidence. Every time I said I would do something and then actually did it, I changed the score. Tomorrow, when the excuse shows up for you too, don't argue with it. Just snap and go. Subscribe.